We are learning more about Floridians' race against the clock in hopes of safely evacuating their homes ahead of the storm.
Joining us now for more on this is Harrison Hove and Denise Pirhalla. And Harrison is Denise's grandson. He traveled to Venice, Florida to make sure that she had evacuated prior to Ian making landfall. They both now join us from the safety of Gainesville, Florida. I'm just looking to see on the map here how you guys are going to fare in the next couple of hours. But glad that you're together, glad that you're welcome. Harrison, I was looking at your Operation Rescue Mimi, which you documented on Twitter. Tell us about the experience to get to her before Ian made landfall.
Well, we were concerned. The family was concerned as the track shifted further south. And, my grandmother lives in a mobile home in Venice, and we just felt it wasn't safe. So kind of toward the last minute, I decided late Tuesday night to get in the car, get on 75 and just drive down there. It's about 200 miles from Gainesville. And I was nervous about gas. I was nervous about traffic, but luckily, there were no major issues. It seemed like everybody was off the road by the time I started driving. So
Wow.
we made it and no issues to pick grandmama up.
What a good grandson you are, Harrison. And right, Denise. Really? Well, Denise, you are such a lucky woman for many, many reasons, but especially for your great grandson. But Denise, I understand that you've lived in Venice for 25 years and never evacuated for a hurricane prior. Is that correct? And if so, what made this time different for you?
Well, it sounded horrendous. It sounded like this whole thing was going to be horrendous. And so we became frightened. And Harrison, thank goodness for him, he came right on down, or right on down, and to see how I was doing and so on, and to bring me back up to Gainesville, which was really very good. And so I've really not gone through anything. I also understand that nothing has happened to my house, but everybody around me has had all of that happening. So, what can I say? But I haven't seen anything at all. But they have taken out, they've gone all around the house and everything. I thank God for that, really.
We are so grateful that you're doing all right. Our viewers are seeing pictures right now of that moment when you safely arrived in Gainesville, and when Harrison got you and put you in that really fluffy blanket and strapped you into the car. I'm wondering, you said that other people weren't able to leave, and I think, Harrison, of your heroics in trying to get there, uncertain about gas, uncertain what storm conditions you might encounter, and I'm just wondering about other people. I'm wondering, can I call you Mimi? If you've, I feel like you're everybody's grandma now,
Yes,
Denise.
yes.
But Mimi, Denise, were there other people, though, that were left behind because they didn't have a grandson like Harrison to take care of them?
Right, exactly. They were all in it the whole time. All of my friends. It was just, unbelievable, and I didn't know what to expect. And absolutely, they didn't know what to expect. And but I have spoken to all of them, and they've all had something happen to their homes. I don't know how I withstood it, but I have not had anything apparently happen to mine.
Wow.
So it really is quite alarming, I thank God for that. But
well, that's fortunate.
We all have something.
We're so glad to hear that your home was spared and that you were there in Gainesville safe with your grandson. But of course, we know that Tropical Storm Ian is coming. It's still causing catastrophic damage across the state. What are your expectations where you are there in Gainesville? And when do you think you'll be heading home, Denise? And Harrison, will you be taking her?
Well, so yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
we got really lucky in Gainesville. There's some minor power outages, but we haven't had a ton of rain at my house, and it hasn't been super windy. So here we're comfortable. We still have power and everything. In terms of going back home, you know, we've talked about it. We've talked about tomorrow. We've talked about Saturday. I think for us, the best decision is I want the power to come back. I want if we bring Mimi home, I don't want her to sit in the dark for days and days.
Yeah.
And so we're just trying to time it right because you know when this happens, even though there isn't damage, which I mean, I'm going to go inside and check everything, but you got to throw out everything in your refrigerator, and I can't leave her without food and things like that. So
Gosh, well, we really, really respect and appreciate your dedication to your grandmother. I just hope when I'm Denise's age, I have a grandson that's willing to do all that for me. That's really wonderful.
Well, wonderful people inspire wonderful.
Yes, that's
wonderful
right.
Kids and grandkids.
That's
I think.
really right. Really lovely. Harrison Hove and Denise Pirhalla, thanks to both of you. Best of luck to both of you, and stay safe.
Thank you so much.